It's good to hear that song again. We're back for another year of the Tiger Sports Show, where we take a sometimes weekly look at Hastings Tiger Sports and see how they're doing. I'm your host, Greg Mays. That's my little brother and co-host, Tren Mays. Tren, what are you thinking about Tiger Sports as we head into 24-25?
Well, to start the year, I was listed as probable this week, but I'm dealing with a tight hammy, but I had a good warm-up and I'm ready to go. So I'm excited. Softball's been fun to watch. Doing some new things. If you want to know that real quick. You want to know what I've been doing new?
You've been doing new?
Yeah, new classes.
Oh, yeah. What have you been doing?
I'm taking freshman computers.
Ooh.
I've been coding. Yesterday, I made a program under Coach Goosewell. Call him Coach Goose. I took a cat on the beach with a crab. There was a balloon. They met in the middle, and then the cat lost the balloon. So I was proud of it.
You coded all of that. So pretty soon you're going to be coding a new interface for our show here.
Oh, yeah. Or I'll be coding I can't say that. Animated movies or something. But I'm proud.
Pixar and abandon the Tiger Sports Show?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm probably doing what Hayden did in 4th grade. I started out at 1st grade level. So, yeah, I can't hit it unmute button. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Tate. Yeah.
All right,
that's what I'm learning. I'm back in Theater 1. I haven't taken theater class since 1988 with Mr. V.
Yeah,
rest his soul. So, doing child development. I did raise your 4 kids, so I do know a little bit, but I'm learning.
You had a hand in there, perhaps.
Oh, I raised your kids. I raised them from when they were babies to when they were 13, bud. Don't stray the people wrong.
All right.
But it's been a fun year. Coding with Goose is fun.
Sounds like they're keeping you busy.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about the typing test I took. That was quite embarrassing. So you cannot type. And those kids proved that to me. The freshmen proved that to me in my class because they type in the 40% and I wasn't anywhere near 40%. So.
All right. I'm sure you'll still be able to help them out. That sounds like a fun day.
So,
let's talk Tiger Sports.
Tiger softball getting going. They were rated 2nd in one of the polls I saw. They're only missing Emma, who's off in college. They added some talented freshmen, and they're 3-2. They're not playing weak sisters of the poor high school version. They're playing some top teams in Class B. They saw Scott Saturday and Beatrice, and then 2-time defending state champs are friend up 281 GR Northwest Vikes. And last night they played McCook.
All right. Well, what stood out to you? They beat Gehring, they beat McCook, they beat Scott.
Yeah.
Lost to Beatrice and Northwest. What stood out to you?
Well, Ella Tinsman, 6'1" freshman pitcher. She started 3 games and has 2 no-hitters. And she has 2 perfect games to boot. She hit a home run in her first at bat. Grace Beck is doing her thing. I missed. So against Scott, they hit Brooke Oshner hit a grand slam in the bottom of the 7th to tie it, and then Grace hit a moonshot to win it, and I was not there. So,
is that before or after your chair collapsed?
Oh, if Tate puts that picture up, the chair collapsed at the end of the first game against Beatrice. So. It was a sad day. I don't know if he has that picture. There it is. So our father,
just a recliner now.
Yeah, I was in the ground to the left. Dad, our father, is to the left on the other side of the tree. Does not bat an eye. He says later that night, I thought you were still sitting in the chair. I was in the chair, but the chair was no longer upright. It was on the ground and I was stuck.
And it really isn't a chair anymore.
No, it got me through many softball games, many Hastings High football games. It served its purpose. It was probably $30, and it lasted for a couple of years. And I upgraded to a rocking one, which I don't like. But
all right, well, softball's got another heavy hitter coming. The Bennington Badgers coming in Thursday. You know anything about Bennington?
Bennington, EMC. Those Eastern teams are tough. They got a great performance out of Tinsman last night. Now, this is funny. I talked to Coach Blake. We had a little walking interview down the hall when I got back from drop training today. Their McCook pitcher threw 137 pitches. They made her work. She has a wipeout curveball.
Yeah.
Uses it to go low and outside. They played into that. They sat on the plate as close as they could get. They took that pitch away, so if she floated that, then they could hit it. So she threw 137 pitches. Ella Tinsman in her no-hitter threw 55. So that pays off.
I tell you, have you ever seen Coach Marquardt's scouting notebooks?
Oh, I have. I've been in his art class. I've sat there and went through.
That's a guy who knows what pitchers throw. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah, and he also knows what to throw certain backs. So
if I'd have known you could scout baseball, softball like that, I might have been interested in those.
Yeah, they actually. So during the pep rally on Monday, I talked to him about Saturday. He had a Scott girl. I think it was Scott. Might have been the first game. But this girl goes opposite every time, and she has just crushed him. So he took his right fielder and played her in left center. And because he knew she was going to hit it. She'd hit it there 3 times before that. We walked her. So it was the Schultz girl. She doesn't have any clue. Blake goes out to talk to the pitcher. He's waving her to go move over. Schultz is putting her hands in there like, what? Because he didn't pull the infielder. They didn't do the Cole Polansky shift from Bad News Bears. He just put that over there, and it didn't work, and they walked. So anyway, they got Bennington.
In the major leagues anymore. Can you still do
No,
that?
you can't shift. You can do it in high school and college a little. Yeah, college you can do it. I've never seen it in softball, so that's why I had to give Coach Blake hard time.
All right,
Bennington can play.
Yeah,
they're going to be good. Probably going to see another pitcher. I think they're going to go to the plate. They're going to squeeze the plate a lot. She must have a wipeout pitch to the outside. Then they got to turn around and go right back to Lincoln on Friday. They have the big LPS Classic. I asked Blake why they're playing on a Friday. They're trying to have a rain-out day. There's rain due tomorrow night at 5 o'clock, 90% chance of storms over the forecast that I saw earlier. I told Blake it doesn't look that good. But anyway, they play Kearney High first game at 9 on Friday.
Really?
And then they play – I have the schedule just a second. They play Kearney at 9, Elkhorn South at 11, and then Lincoln Southeast at 1. So it should be interesting, but
always a challenging tournament.
Yeah, they're trying to mix and match. Ella seems like she can. Everybody, I've heard really good things about Ella, the freshman, and then they have Brooke, and then they also have Kinsey Nolet that can pitch. She's the man in center field. When Ella pitches, they have a really strong defense. They play Brooke at second, Hayes Laux at short, and then can't think of the third baseman, but then they go Maddie Winslow at first.
Yeah.
So that's a really strong defense, and she's a legit pitcher. The freshman is, and then Brooke. They've been bringing Brooke in at the end. Brooke plays in the dirt a little bit. She plays the corners. Maddie's sort of the power pitcher. Maddie's hit some homers. They had a lot of contributions that first game against Gehring. Bottom of the order at 6 hits and drove in 7 runs. So they get that production, they'll be pretty solid.
Tiger softball always gets going early, and in the last decade, they've been one of the best teams in the state. So always fun to watch. Tiger football kicks off Friday, Trenner. What are you thinking about the Tigers and the York Dukes?
Tigers return. I think he was all-state quarterback when Tucker Sinek, right? Or he was up there. He led
lots of honors with Tucker, with Chance Burton, with Cooper Cole. We'll hear from them later.
And then he's returning passer. Burton's doing good. They got the receiver back.
Krings.
Yeah, Krings, who was right at the top. Yeah. They have a lot of skill players. I've heard really good things about the Dreer kid. I think it's Brody.
Yep, he's in my class.
And I heard he looks like a monster. So
yeah, I'm not sure monster. He looks like a Dreer.
Okay, well, Dreer
looks like he could run around.
He's a bigger Dreer, bigger than normal Dreers.
Yeah,
made the playoffs last year, so I know they're really excited.
Made the quarterfinals.
Yeah. I'm curious how the line. They lost a lot of linemen, but Coach Kruger is confident in his boys up front. But York's got Snodgrass. They've got a Snodgrass playing they're always solid. Coach Snodgrass is a heck of a coach. So it's a fun opener, and they got to go to Bennington in 2 weeks. So.
Yeah. Well, they're going to be out at the Osborne Sports Complex for the first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But the first 3 weeks of the schedule is killer.
Yeah.
You got York, who, I've been looking at the preseason ratings, and in every preseason rating, there's like 6 of them now.
Yeah.
Every single one either has Hastings or York. Nobody has
NG or Northwest.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And so Bennington's number 1
next week. That's going to be a big game. And then the Bennington Badgers, what are they? 3-time state champions?
Yeah, they haven't lost in like 3 years. They're like 36.
They haven't lost since COVID, Tren.
Yeah.
They haven't lost since COVID. That's how long it's been. So
yeah, it'll be fun. Those guys seem, from the previews I've read, they're going to play defense. I doubt QB plays defense. He's taller.
He keeps growing.
Funny story. I'm walking in with him last spring, getting kid on the bus. I go, "Hey, QB1, you ready to take down Big Bro's records?" Big Bro was walking right next to him. So I hadn't seen Jarrett for a while. The hair was even longer. So I sort of put my foot in my mouth like I usually do. "Hey, Jarrett, original QB1, how's it going?" So, yeah, I got that one pretty good. So, but he can fling it. They're going to throw it.
You got a quarterback coming back.
Yeah.
Solid quarterback, Tucker Sinek. You got a running back, linebacker, and Cooper Cole. You got a receiver and Chance Burton. You're not telling me you haven't been thinking about a nickname for those guys.
Oh, I never thought of it. I've been too busy. What's yours?
Well, who's that remind you of? We got a quarterback, a running back.
The triplets?
The triplets, yeah. I told the boys in the interview, I told them you'd be calling them that.
Well, maybe. But
maybe they're 1,000 yards each away from being called that.
Yeah, the 1,000-yard triplets from 1997, Pat Trader, Bo Binkowski, and Tom Chicks. So that's amazing that we had 3,000-yard people in the same season. So,
all right. Well, football Friday night. You going to be keeping the crowd under control?
I'll try to. I was hoping to jump in on the broadcast, but our friend Mr.
Ryder and I will be up on the broadcast if you can get up there.
Well,
but the headset.
We're working on getting me a headset down below, so we need some actual commentary.
I tell you, people are probably sending in money to make that happen because they want to hear from you on that.
I told Alex that I could, if he finds me a mic, I might buy it. So,
all right.
But anyway, it's homecoming.
It's
weird having homecoming the first week. Socks with Crocs was fun today. I don't have any Crocs, so I didn't get to participate in that.
I can't. I'm not flexible enough to show you. I got my sandals and socks on.
And then,
but it's not homecoming anymore under Mr. Linden.
Oh, what is it?
Hoko.
What?
Hoko.
Hoko. Okay.
Hoko, which my wife told me is a combination of homecoming and YOLO. You only live once.
Oh, okay. So well, Monday dressed like a student day was a lot of fun. Yeah. I just dressed like I do at home, so I had fun with that.
All right. Well, let's go to the interview now and hear from Cooper and Tucker and Chance, and then we'll come back and talk about the other Tiger sports and what the schedule looks like. Guys, welcome. Excited for the new football season?
Yeah.
Should be a great year. Well, what I want to hear about first is this Friday night. Well, what am I going to see out of York? What do the Tigers have planned? How's that game look?
I mean, we obviously want to go get York because I was thinking about it today. The last 2 years, we hadn't even scored on them, so I think we definitely want to put up some points.
All right, so first goal, get in the end zone, huh? Yeah. I noticed in the preseason ratings, there's a lot of preseason ratings anymore. In every one of them, either Hastings or York is in there, but not both.
Yep.
So people are kind of picking sides. You feel like it's kind of an even game?
I mean, I think it'll be a really even first half, but I think we'll pull away. Second half, I think we'll come out firing and put up a lot of points.
All right, that's what we want to see. How's the preseason gone and the off season? I know it all kind of runs together now. What's been going on with preparation?
It's been going good. I mean, we have a few guys come back out that haven't played in a while, and they're going to be a big help this year. We put on quite a few more plays than we have in the past, so
Well, you're really pretty experienced offense, at least in the backfield and receiver spots, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
That's probably why the playbook can be bigger.
Yeah.
What do you mean new guys? Who we got? Who's going to help?
Elliott Sidlow, Royer, and then
Brody's back from Injury.
Brody's back from injury, so
It'll be huge.
filling in some spots. All right. Well, what about the year overall? What are kind of the team goals looking at the whole season?
I mean, the big ones are, go week by week, but next week when we got Northwest, that's always a big one where you don't want to lose that one. But the biggest goal is to host a playoff game and go as far as we can. That's the big goal. Is we can get a playoff game here in Hastings. We think with home crowd advantage, we should be able to win that.
That's key. Last year, of course, finished in the quarterfinals. Certainly be nice to move beyond that, but a lot of tough teams throughout the state. You got Bennington on the schedule. We've got to have one of the toughest schedules in the state, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, we always have a tough schedule. So, our first 3 games are our hardest 3 games of the year. So if we can get through these 3 with 2-1 or 3-0, that's big for us. So.
All right, that'd be a big goal. Okay, I didn't warn you about this, but I guarantee what my brother is going to call you guys is the new triplets. All right, the new triplets, harkening back to the 90s when Bo Benkowski and Tom Chick and Pat Trader were 1,000-yard rusher, 1,000-yard receiver, 1,000-yard passer. We're going to be able to put up those kind of stats on the offensive side.
I think so.
All right, I'll tell Tren. He'll be ready to call you the triplets. Thanks, guys. All right, there they are, Tren. They say they can do it. Tren, did you mute yourself again?
No, who's your camera guy?
Who's you were doing the camera, don't you remember sitting there?
No, I wasn't doing the camera. I don't have any time to take a break. So
it had a suction cup. My tripod thing had a suction cup, but it unsuction cupped. All right.
Yeah, those are 3 really good guys. Those are 3 good leaders to have run your team. So I know all those guys well because they were part of my tall friend who I worked with last year. They were the football boys, and we went up to see them quite a bit. That's a big change, not having the tall guy around, because I actually had to find stuff to do.
All right, I got a report on him later, but it's not for the Tiger Sports Show. All right, today we're filming this on Wednesday, the 28th. Golf is going today, Trenner. Yeah. They're at York. Have you heard anything from golf? Are our numbers up at all?
I haven't heard anything from golf. I just know they left when I was pulling in at 6:30. So.
Well, I walked by a meeting, and I couldn't see the whole room, but I could see 3 girls, which means we're up from 2 last year at least.
That's good.
Maybe there were more. They have at least 10 girls out, says producer.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome. That's great to hear.
Yeah.
And we'll get a report from them and hopefully talk to some of them soon.
Do you know who the coach is? I know it's not Susie.
Is it Coach Cafferty? Anna was running it last year.
Okay, that's right. So I didn't know.
I don't know.
He ran boys.
We don't know anything in Tiger. We don't know anything in the Tiger Sports Show about golf. It is.
Oh, it is Anna. Okay, I had the boys and girls. So
all right, tomorrow's schedule. Well, depending on when you're watching this, Thursday the 28th, golf's heading over to Kearney Catholic. Once golf gets going, they just start playing golf.
And you can play golf all the time.
Softball at home against Bennington at 6. Volleyball at home against York at 7, Tren. How are you going to get to both?
I'll have to figure something out. If it rains, I'll have an easy choice. So
you're counting on rain solving that problem, huh?
Well, I'll be at softball. So
are you telling the Badgers maybe not to get in the bus? Is that how sure you are of these storms?
That's a possibility because it's really hot and steamy right now. And if it's hot and steamy and the sun's out, it don't take much to get it stirred up, and then if the cold comes behind it. Okay, that's your Tiger weather report.
That's a Tiger. I'll tell you where I'm going to be Thursday. Am I going to get wet at Brickyard Park at 7 o'clock?
7. I haven't seen the forecast since 6:30 this morning. So.
Okay. Well, I'm taking my 3-legged dog, so it can't be too slippery.
I'm excited for track, for cross country.
Oh, of course you are.
Yeah, I'm telling producer Tate right now, make plans for the 25th because I'm going to state cross country.
Well, we got two great runners back. Yeah. Austin Carrera on the boys' side, Sophia Reynolds on the girls' side, and they've got some help. Tren, these are going to be some salty cross country teams.
Yeah, they're the boys and the girls I thought heard were rated. They're the state cross country meet. If you haven't been to that, that's the best state tournament I've ever been to. It takes a little while to get to. You got to go through someone's backyard if you do it right.
walking through rich people's backyards in
So,
Kearney.
I'm telling producer Tate right now, we're going on the 25th.
All right.
So
All right.
Go
Then
watch Austin run. And so
Friday, the softball girls, we already talked about. They're headed down to Doris Bear, my favorite facility in Lincoln. I don't want to hear anything about that fancy new one. I'm not talking about the fancy new one. I'm Doris Bear forever. They're going down there on Friday. Lexington is hosting tennis. The boys will head down there.
Yeah, they're going with Coach Goose. He's
7 guys, but we got some top guys
Yeah.
that make some noise.
He had 4 to start with, I think. He added a few more newbies. So if you're interested in tennis, I think go by Coach Goose's room. He might have a spot for you. So
I think we could still use some boys tennis players. You're absolutely
but
right.
they have some top dogs back. So
Yeah, they do.
and
Number
he's
one doubles ought to be pretty solid.
and he's excited. He's a good coach. So it's fun to be around him.
And then, of course, the Friday night lights come on Friday. York comes to town. Be great for the Tigers to kick off the season with a win. I tell you, whoever wins that is going to get some state attention.
Yeah.
Either
We
York
have a
or
little
Hastings
bit.
is going to get some love, a little extra love from the state people, because this is really one of the biggest games in Class B this week, I think.
Oh yeah, I think so. And the thing is, the Tigers are in the best game in Class B each of the next 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
we got that school up.
That's
up
good
to
and
the
bad,
north.
man. That's good and bad.
Yeah, I know. It's just the way the schedule goes. But
All right. Saturday, EMC conference. Elkhorn's coming in to play the volleyball team, so they'll get their conference opener in there. Would love to get off to a 1-0 start. And then tennis is over at Grand Island Central Catholic. Not bad for first weekend at Tiger Sports.
yeah, and the week kicked off with our best pep rally probably that we've had in a while. So that's the most enthusiasm I've seen from the kids. The seniors have done it. This is their third one, so they've been through the thing. But loyalty at the end was I thought, hats off to Christian Yost for getting that going. So
Who taught him to do it on the first day of school, Tren?
Oh, you did. Yeah, you did. But then
I think hats need to be tipped my way too.
Okay,
Just
I'll
with the
tip a little bit. I don't give Tate any props, whatsoever ever. So
All
I'll give
right.
you a little bit, but
My favorite part of that pep rally, I've seen a lot of skits. They're always silly and stupid, and they make people look stupid. I tell you, Cooper Cole and Chance Burton took that balloon game, and they turned it into an athletic event. An athletic event.
So did Coach Itz and Coach Goose. They were trying
Were
too.
they good?
They were the
I'm
top
just
2
watching
teams.
Cole and Burton, and they are dominating that thing.
I'm just glad we didn't lose starting quarterback in that game. So you hate to have starting quarterback on the injury report because of Monday afternoon pep rally.
Well, that's why they paired him with a tennis player, so the tennis player wasn't going to be full body slamming him.
Yeah, so this is an exciting year for Tiger sports.
Well,
softball and football and the cross
Speaking
country.
of exciting years, here's our
Oh,
history
boy.
theme for the year. Are you ready? Here's what I want you to come back next week for. We're going to spend this year's Tiger Sports Show trying to choose the greatest year, the greatest school year in Tiger Sports history. So I want you to come next week with a nomination. You're looking like it's obvious. You think it's obvious?
Yeah,
You come
I already
with
got
one year
one.
next week.
It's
I'll
already
come
over.
Here,
It's over.
you bring it next week. You better do some thinking, buddy.
I'll bring a graphic
All right, you bring a graphic.
if I can
All
find
right.
it on my phone. But yeah, that's a good one. I was curious. I was thinking all day. I thought, how is he going to embarrass? You guys haven't really embarrassed me yet today.
We
so
leave that up to you, Tren.
I embarrassed myself at the beginning. Of course, I do that all the time. But I wondered what your little game was going to be.
That's our
I
game for this year. So you think for next week. All right, now, folks, out in YouTube land, where are the people who watch?
Wherever you watch this.
Wherever you watch this, if you have suggestions, you know where to find Tren. You know where to find me at Coach Mays on Twitter. He's Little Husker Coach on Twitter. You can find us. Shoot us some ideas of what you think the greatest school year in Hastings Tiger athletic history was.
So we're
Tren
going.
Tren says he just knows the answer. As always, he's
I have
probably
the
right.
obvious one, but there
right.
could be other. But my question is, so we're nominating now,
Nominating.
and then we have to get down to the finals.
Then we're going to fight it out.
Okay.
Then we're just going to fight it out. We're going to
Okay.
nominate for a few shows till we feel like we've got good nominees. And then I don't know. We're just going to fight it out, Trent. That's what the people want. That's how you get people to click. You got to get people to mash. There's some button people are supposed to mash, Trent. What button are they supposed to mash?
I was just proud of your walking effort during the HPS back to school walk last week. So, because I shouldn't have done it. I was hurting pretty good. So that's why I stayed in the back and went really slow. So
I did okay, but I was hurting, Trent. I got to get in better shape.
I saw you under a tree when I was leaving.
I was doing my stretches.
You look like you were close to dying under the tree.
I got a nerve problem. I know
you do. But you were walking and okay, yeah, I knew that was coming.
That's how it really goes. All right. Yeah. All right. Enough of our medical reports. Trent is injured but eligible, and he's going to be going in Theater 1 and computer programming. I am not on the active duty roster. All right. That's another great Tiger Sports Show. Thanks for tuning in, folks. We'll see you next week. Trent, what's the last word?
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.